We fought a valiant campaign before the referendum and we lost. We failed to convince the people of Britain that another Europe is possible. So we need to fight against the hard Brexit because the referendum did not specify what kind of Brexit, while at the same time avoiding all this nonsense about the second referendum. My view is very simple, that Article 50 should be activated immediately. There should be no negotiations before the activation. The 2-year period should be used to begin negotiations that would lead, at the end of that 2-year period, to a 5-year space in the time continuum for a whole parliamentary term to coexist with a Norway-like solution and with a very vigorous debate, both in Parliament and in British society, of what kind of arrangements with the European Union the British people want. Those of us who loathe borders cannot tolerate the idea of the return of electrified fences in parts of the world where we spent decades removing them. Secondly, environmental and labor standards that have been won with incredible sacrifices by millions of people should not be jeopardized. And finally, the idea that we should have common human rights standards across Europe should not be jeopardized. Well, the first thing that you must understand if you're about to enter into negotiations with the European Union is that the other side is not going to negotiate. And you must be prepared for what happens when there are no negotiations. The second lesson is that the enemy is within, is even within our own souls. Those of us who in the end buckle and sign up to programs that we were elected not to sign up to. So we have to stiffen our lip. We have to make sure that the people who represent us mean what they say and say what they mean. And finally, we need to make sure that there is a constant dialogue between the leadership and the people, directly, unmediated by systemic media.